Can you tell what's really going on in this picture? Play along with my contestants in my funny and new online game. Your internet friend Jersey Joe back with you once again. Nice to see you as always, and I am so excited to announce my new online game. Now if you follow me on Twitter at JerseyJoe50, you've seen it going on for a few weeks now. What is it really? I put in a super zoom picture and people guess to see if they can figure out what it is. So let's crown the winners and play along with my new game. What is it really? You know, it's kind of like Caption This, how I also like to play that online, and at the end of this episode, I'll show you how to play along. But let's put up our first picture. Take a look at this. Can you tell what this really is? Well, Andrew writes it and says, it's a dude fishing. I says, either jacking off a horse or playing tennis, both enjoyable leisure activities. And Mr. Pizarro says, looks like he's rowing. The fact that his forearm muscles look like he does a lot of stroking, I'd have to change that and say tennis. Yes, that's not water. This man is playing tennis. So what is this man really doing? That's right, he's really playing tennis. All right, got you on that one, right? Well, I scores a point, and Mr. Pizarro, he's on the board with a point as well. Let's go on to picture number 2. Oh, this guy looks really intense, right? What do my contestants think he's doing? Keith says, a hipster finds out there's no more money coming from Mama and Papa. Bomba Shanky says, his Blockbuster stock is gone, all $10,000 of it. Ooh. J City Pick says, he's reading a bad fortune cookie. Help, I'm trapped in a fortune cookie manufacturing plant against my will. Jason says, he's having a hot pepper eating contest. And Heather Scavang Balonis says, that can't be right, I only let my wife use my card once. Well, what is he really doing? Fooled you, he's eating a hamburger. No winners on this one, so unfortunately our leaderboard stays the same. Let's try another picture. Okay, now take a real good close look at this one. What is it really? Mike says, proof that blue balls can spread. Yikes. Courtney says, a Smurf, showing off his pre-reach around grip. Noah Joe Pulsing says, you've heard of jorts, now get ready for Jaloves for your jans. Todd says, when you can imagine holding an infinity stone but can't afford the gauntlet. Andrew says, my name is Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die. What the hell was that? Keith says, there's a condition that happens to men every so often. This blue chair is designed to relieve blue... yeah. Jason says, I think it's two blue hands that form a love seat, which reminds me of Tobias from Arrested Development. I just blew myself for nothing. And Mr. Pizarro says, this, ladies and gentlemen, is an instant friend zone product known as Lucky Finger Sofa, a micro suede finger sofa, guaranteed to do the opposite of getting you lucky. Perfect for college students that don't want to party and are all about the study. Sounds like an infomercial, right? Well, what is it really? Oh, there it is. It is a couch that is actually two giant hands. I bet you that's pretty comfortable to sit in, right? And you know what? I found the thing abandoned down the street here. Kind of crazy. Well, we had 3 winners on that one, so let's go to our leaderboard. I stays at 1. Jason goes on a board with 1. Keith goes on a board with 1. And Mr. Pizarro goes to 2. Oh, we're having fun now, so let's dial up our next picture, all right? Alright, I've been taking a little easy on you to start the game off right, but now it's about to get tougher, so take a close look at this photo. What is it really? Craig says, looks like split pea soup, but could be my brain on drugs. I remember that commercial. Burrow Owl says, the day after St. Patrick's Day when I realized I don't chew my food enough. But this looks like lentils. Keith says, visually representation of what the 49th Street subway station smells like during a heat wave. He could very well be right. Heather says, lentil stew. Andrew says, post 4th of July barbecue poops. Wonder who's cooking at his barbecue. Courtney says, Yankee bean soup, either before or after regurgitation. And Tony chimes in with lentils. Alright, suspense over. What is it really? It's actually paella chili. Oh, okay. I got really tough with you on that one. I actually got that on a flight, United Airlines flight. It was okay. Alright, let's be honest. Not the most succulent thing I ever ate. But the leaderboard stays the same. Ionized at 1, Jason 1, Keith 1, Mr. Pizarro stays at 2. Alright, so who's going to walk away winner in this episode? Let's go on to our 5th and final picture to see who could add to those totals on the leaderboard. Okay, for our final picture, really kind of close up there. You gotta take a really close look at it. Well, what is it really? Keith thinks it's a rainbow slide for gay kids. Woo! James Zimba thinks it's a water slide. Adam, drunk on arrival, says after Seabreeze was purchased by Old Man Withers, owner of the old haunted Chicago amusement park, he proceeded to place crowd control barricades at the end of the water slides to sever the limbs off of unsuspecting children. Andrew thinks it's a giant slide with burlap sacks to sit on. And Heather also thinks it's a fun slide that gives you a big brush burn on your behind if you come off the burlap sack. Well, what is it really? Oh, the last two got it. It is a giant fun slide. And okay, yes, there's 2 burlap sacks in the bottom too. So let's see how that changes our leaderboard. Andrew goes up with 1, Heather goes up with 1, I stays at 1, Jason and Keith stay at 1, and Mr. Bizarro is at 2. And that means Mr. Bizarro is the winner of the first ever episode of What Is It Really? Alright, that was a pretty good pilot episode for What Is It Really, right? Thank you very much for all of you who played along, by the way, and alright, there's no cash jackpot or anything. Maybe if we get sponsored or someday, or Publishers Clearinghouse wants to pick up a show or 2 and slap a logo on here. But hey, if you want to play along, I put a picture up on my Twitter and Instagram feed every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then I reveal the winner every midnight. And alright, please, I beg you, no wagering. I also beg you to click that like or subscribe button down below so you don't miss any more episodes of this web show or The Brew and all my fun games I love to play online because I love hanging out with you each and every week. Jersey Joe here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for playing along, and I'll see you next time, I hope.